Womp wee womp 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 wee womp 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 wee womp 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 wee womp 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 wee womp womp. Good morning! Good morning, everybody. How's it going, everyone? Here we go again. Another day. Yeah!
Put some blue waffles in my mouth. Let the check with waffle stay.
Scooter is transgender.
I love men.
Let's go!
Put some blue waffles in my mouth. Let the check with waffle stay. Put some blue waffles in my mouth. Let the check with waffle stay.
Scooter is transgender.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? I am honestly just waking up. I've been awake for like half an hour. Took a quick shower. I have not had my morning noodles, so hey. But good to see everyone. Jaffe. Jaffe's not here yet. Let me adjust the camera. Make sure things are ready. Jaffe's an older guy. Damn, that camera's too adjusted. Jaffe's an older guy, his bladder, he has to take care of his bladder, he has to take care of, what old people do? High blood pressure medicine, probably, I don't even know for sure, but probably, sounds like it, right? Let's get this up on screen, let's do the pop out. How's everyone doing today? I heard so much went down, as soon as I went to bed, you can't get any sleep in the fucking LCU. Everyone's always on some shit. Let's see, where's my YouTube chat? Is that the right camera? That's that camera. Oh, did I delete that? Oh, that's how I deleted that scene. Where's this? Chat. There we go. That's the chat message. Boom. Ignore the shots. We're not doing shots. I'm not drinking this early in the morning. That's a different TechProtect. Is it Alt? Is that what I'm looking for? Alt? Alt extend? Yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Hi. It's making me seasick. My bad, boys. Can you put the dude back in the box, please? I wish. We have to study him. We have to study. How old is Jaffe? Jaffe's like 54, I think. 55? Something like that. Is Grim not coming today? Grim sent me a little message saying that his power was out. I don't know. Damn. Okay, so he's saying he's fucked. Grim is fucked. He cannot escape Florida blackouts. Now, remember this when you're voting for your next congressman, how they care about infrastructure, because Florida is getting, I guess, shit talked by Grim. Grim hates Florida. Jaffe will be here any moment. Let's see. What is the things for today? Tech, I really miss you as the bus host. You're really good at keeping things on track and keeping the conversation moving. Also, help to not have 3 hosts screaming all at once. Ain't that the fucking truth? Ain't that just real? According to Wikipedia, Jaffe's 54. Sounds about right. I think he was born in like 71. So whatever that makes him. If you guys did not know, if you were unaware, we've had some dramas in the LCU come up again. There's always something to be upset about someone about. We have a host on LolCow Babes. Her name is Angel, right? Nice lady. Check her out. She's interesting, please stop this. Like, I get that it makes it tough to look at the screen. Here, I'll do this. Jaffe!
Yeah.
We're back, Jaffe! We're back! And I want to address... We've had 2 amazing super chats. Rulist with $20 says, fuck Scooter. Well, thank you so much, Rulist. I understand where you're coming from, and I agree with you fully. Phantom Mutation sent $50 to David Jaffe, saying, congrats to Jaffe on the residuals he's going to get from the God of War Trilogy remake. Glad they got TC back as the real Kratos.
Well,
good morning.
First off, hello. Second off, thank you for both those super chats. The first one coming in from Rule, fuck Scooter. That one, yeah, go fuck him with a corn cob.
Yeah.
And then, hell yeah, Phantom Mutation. Thank you for that, and staggeringly generous super chat. Moneybags McGee over here. Yeah, I wish I got residuals on God of War or any of my stuff. But you know, I mean, I've never expected them. But yeah, they did announce a remake, and I haven't gotten all the information yet. I don't know if it's going to be a single game or they're going to do it like Final Fantasy or something, where they're going to remake each and every of the original 3 God of Wars, and so it's going to be like 3 years per game, and it's going to take 10 years to get this done. I have no clue, but they did announce that yesterday. They got the original voice actor of Kratos back, so it could be pretty cool. Could be pretty exciting, so we'll see. But no, I get no residuals at all on those games, which I shouldn't. I mean, that I don't have any resentment. I would love it.
Yeah, it would be nice.
But yeah, it would be great. But no, I mean, that was, that was not the deal. I was work for hire. I got paid a great salary, great benefits, great bonuses, and,
great parties, right? As well.
Yeah, it was a great company to work for. Absolutely. No, we've made money off it because they paid us a lot of money, and then my ex invested it really smartly. That's why we did well. And again, they paid us a lot when I was there. But it was never like the minute you leave, it wasn't like, oh, you get a percentage. That's not how the game industry usually works.
True. So yeah, State of Play happened yesterday, right? I know we're not really like the gaming channel here on the LCU. We do have the gaming man himself, so we should probably ask him the gay man questions. Jaffe.
Yes.
I saw you were playing. What game is that? The new God of War 2D platformer.
The what?
The God of War 2D platformer.
They put out a game surprise launch yesterday called Sons of Sparta, which is about Kratos when he was a kid before he kind of became the ghost of Sparta, and it's quite not good.
Is it bad?
I don't think it's very good. I think it's decently made to some extent, but conceptually, I think it's very weak. Mechanically, I think it's generic. There are much better Metroidvania style games out there. I honestly don't know what they were thinking from top to bottom with it. I didn't care for it, but
well, Abdur Rahman says, if you do ever happen to get royalties or residuals, can I have some money, please, Jaffe?
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Yeah, that game looked fun. Personally, I'd have a great time. It looks like you just
borrow
are
my
bad.
PlayStation. Play it.
Yeah, I think you're bad at video games.
Okay.
I was watching the stream. You spent like 40 minutes confused about the stamina bar. You're like, what does this even do? And it's like,
God of War since 2018, but specifically with Ragnarok and now this, they really have a problem with their user interface. I'm playing this fucking game Humanity right now, which is new on Steam, and it's out of early access, but it's not like the world's most Nintendo explains their gameplay really well in a fun way. You're having to go to the internet to go, how does this work? All this stuff with that game. And it still makes sense. When you learn it, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I got that. I'm an hour and a half into this game when I'm streaming it, and I'm like, I don't know what half this shit does and why it works. There's no stamina bar.
Yeah. Well,
it's not a stamina bar. Or if it is, I don't know what the stamina is affecting.
The stamina affects your ability to use moves. So your normal attacks go at a certain speed.
Stamina is in most video games.
Well, no. In that game, your attack speed is higher, and it has a higher chance to stun the enemy. That's what that yellow bar did in that Sons of Olympus game.
Okay, well, it's not really.
Anyways, TechProtect, be careful. Don't remind him about Metroid Dread. Oh, true.
Metroid Dread had a real problem with onboarding. I mean, we don't have to talk about it, but
Which one's better, Sons of Olympus or Metroid Dread?
Metroid Dread.
That
Easily.
game's better.
I mean, it animates better. It's got more interesting mechanics. It looks better. It had an onboarding problem, absolutely, but you know.
Well, IGN, clip this for your review of Sons of Olympus. They don't watch this show. Jaffe, good morning. How are you feeling?
That's a good idea, Jane Silver. Jane Silver said that should be the way to review games from now on. I judge how good a game is by how many chores my kids are willing to do to earn the right to buy it or play it.
That's a funny comment. That's good.
Smart. Yeah.
How are you doing this morning, Jaffe? Any issues sleeping? Any issues waking up? Have you had your breakfast yet?
I had my breakfast. I there was a Game Awards last night that we streamed, and I was really high with that. And it's so have a slight little pot hangover. But I'm okay. I'm doing well. I just took my Ritalin or Adderall, whatever the fuck it is, and ready for the weekend. Oh, Sheila. So.
Oh, Sheila. Well, after the stream yesterday, what a wild ride of a day in the LCU. Steak originally was banned from Fat Camp. LolCow Live made 1,100 plus members, like gifted members in one stream, and he got approved to go to Fat Camp.
Live made that much? God, these people.
Yeah, in one stream. And you know what? They didn't even announce it at the top of the stream. They had like 100 members by like an hour in. Okay. And Steak was like, look, they're not letting me go to Fat Camp because I'm schizophrenic and they're scared about me having like an episode. And then by the end of it, or by the end of the first hour, Keem hops in and the fans are like, please let him go to Fat Camp. And Keem's like, fuck it, what? I'll make a ridiculous number. 1,000 members. Fuck it. You have an hour to get 1,000 new members onto the channel. And they got to 1,202.
Hey,
Well,
that's going to look like chump change. Goddamn it, chump change. If it turns out the original concerns about him going to Fat Camp because he's schizophrenic were valid, but
it could be fun. It could be fun to have a schizophrenic on the premises. Chilled Milk with 5 gifted LolCow Grip members. You know what? If we get 1,000 members on this stream, I'll adopt a cat. No, what can we do, Jeff?
No, you won't adopt a cat because it'll be dead in a day.
Uh,
You'll go sleep in a graveyard for the night or something. I don't know.
Is today Friday?
Yeah.
If we get 1,000 members, I will go sleep in a fucking graveyard this Friday.
How about not 1,000? How about we set our bar realistically? We don't even have 1,000 people.
500 gifted members. I will go sleep in a graveyard tonight. No, I said the number. Said the number.
Fine.
Said the number. It is Friday the 13th. I'm scared of ghosts. I will sleep in a graveyard overnight. I will stream it to y'all tonight, Friday the 13th, out here in San Diego. In other news,
I don't have. Yeah, go ahead.
I also was approved for Fat Camp yesterday. Did you hear about this, Jaffe?
Well, I was streaming and you came in and you looked all excited, and then you told me why, and I'm like, man, you just eat this shit up. But no, I heard. Are you gonna go?
More than likely, yes. I will go to Fat Camp. I will be having a ton of fun. I'll be filming some crazy little episodes of stuff. More than likely, I will be wearing pasties under my shirt to cover my nipples as a protest.
Okay.
All right. You don't even care to ask me a follow-up on that one. You're an asshole of a co-host.
I as a protest of what?
There you go. Did you know what the protest was for? You had no idea. You were just like, fuck what his story is.
I was just glad your nipples are going to be covered.
As a protest for the Free the Nipple movement. Until women can show their nipples on YouTube, I will not show mine. All right? Equality. That's what it's about.
You say that like it's a negative for the rest of us. We're happy those are covered.
In solidarity with women. You're right, Kit Kat. All right? No more sexism on YouTube.
By the way, I want to tell you something. You know how you're always like saying
excited?
Don't show your Twitter account live. I figured it out. So there's this really awful person who I can't stand called the Quartering. He's like one of these right wing, everything, the sky is falling. Let me make money off saying how bad everything is, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that guy sucks. I
And,
know him.
yeah. And apparently he was doing a stream and he was showing off his, he was scrolling his Twitter feed. And some porn came up and he says, I really fucking hate the degenerate porn on this site is what he wrote. And then people wrote in and were like, dude, the Twitter For You feed sends you stuff based on what you search and what you look at.
Yep.
And that's why I understand now why you are knee jerking about not showing your Twitter, because I don't look at porn, certainly not on Twitter. And so I don't have a feed full of porn. So mine is pretty fucking safe. So I think
Are you saying I'm self-reporting my Twitter?
Yeah, because your experience with it, you're so paranoid about it. It must be.
Do you know why my Twitter looks like the way it looks?
I don't know how it looks. I don't fucking pay any attention.
I made my Twitter when I started working with you, right?
No.
And it's every time we had to look something up or do some deep dive, and it's like it led to a Twitter account. So now it's all full of like, decapitated body gets fucked in Venezuela. You know?
Oh, yeah, that might be on mine because I was looking up stuff for Madhouse.
Yeah, for Madhouse. I'll look up stuff like OnlyFans model offers heated Hot Pockets made from her vagina.
No, by now it should be changed. It doesn't take that long to reset.
I'll go to my Twitter right now. I promise you it's vulgar. I am not a fan of my Twitter.
Well, let's go to our Twitters. Let's put them on the screen.
I can't put on the screen. I literally cannot.
I cannot. Why not?
I cannot. I can't. All right. The first video is literally a man's leg getting crushed by a fucking bear trap. Blood and all, gore, all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Mine's Epstein file stuff, in terms of reporting on it.
Yeah.
Then it's about the guy who played Dawson dying. That James Vanderbeek, right? That guy died the other day. Set up a GoFundMe. All these people setting up GoFundMes, man. I'll tell you, the people I know and people famous like Vanderbeek. It's like this country with their terrible health insurance. I don't know what to tell. I mean, we're a horrible country when it comes to this shit. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, the second video
I got
is
video
terrible.
game stuff. Oh my God, I only noticed this now. It says call to activism after Representative somebody Garcia accused Pam Bondi of covering up Alex Preddy's murder. She grinned. She's a piece of shit, man. She's an absolute piece of shit.
I had a video of a girl giving a blowjob at a beach.
I don't have any of that stuff, man. So I think you are self-reporting. 100%, which is fine. I don't have anything wrong with people watching pornography.
Is what it is. And then I have like some political stuff. Here's one of Elon Musk eating poop out of Trump's AI butt. It's AI Trump taking a poop into AI Elon Musk.
All right, I'm going to share my screen real quick, though. I want to show you this. This is the governor of Florida giving a speech. What's his name? DeSantis?
Yeah.
DeSantis?
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, listen.
Hey, what's up? Hey, stop. I'm get out of here. 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 So you used to have the closed circuit. So you would go.
So there's the reason I'm showing this, because it's funny, because I hate this guy. But there's a tidal wave coming. This is deep red Florida, they're saying. I mean, I don't know, man. I would question, because I know some of our audience are Red Wing people. I wonder
Red Wing or Red Leaning?
Right Wing, whatever.
Right, okay.
Red Wing's a character in Marvel. I'm so tired today, you guys. I would question, though. I wonder if Republicans are just going to stay home this midterm, or they're going to still vote right wing, or what. I don't know. I don't know how you can how you can handle this level of corruption coming out of this government. It's nuts, man.
I've wanted to start a new insult in the political sphere, Jaffe.
Okay.
I want to start calling people listers.
Which means what?
Like they'd be on the list or they'd support the list.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking lister, Jaffe. Pam Bondi, a fucking lister.
I don't think she's on the list, but
No, but she supports the list. She's out here trying to defend the list. She's out here trying to obfuscate the real fucking problem about the list. What a fucking lister. Can we get listers in the chat?
Yeah, guys, I get the Democrats are corrupt as well. Please don't tribalize this shit. I get it. No one is walking around acting like
One side's good, one side's bad.
yeah, you're not breaking news when you're like the Democrats are bad too. It's like, yeah, they're all corrupt people. When it comes to the Epstein stuff, it does tend to seem like it's a bit more skewed to the right, but who knows? It wouldn't surprise me if it turned out it wasn't, but they're all pieces of shit when it comes to this. So does Red Wing mean something besides what I thought it meant?
Well,
because
when you get your Red Wings, it's because you ate out a girl who was on her period.
Oh, I've never done that. I would never do that. I could never do that.
Yeah, because it looks like two red wings on
no,
your...
I know. I get it now. Not that, I mean, I'm not like judging anyone. I really have a real problem with like that kind of blood in my face.
Yeah. I already have enough iron in my diet. That's fine.
Yeah.
I used to think it was just like when you have sex when that happens, but someone corrected me and said, no, it's when you go down. And I was like, that's way more than that's a next level. Look. King of Kinglers for $5 says they all eat and play golf at the end of the day. Government bad, crypto okay. LOL. True, we're not playing golf.
There's some truth to that. There is a decent amount of truth to that. It's not so black and white, but yes, I get your point, and I think your point is valid. Absolutely. What do you think about this teacher that is facing 20 years in jail? Had a consensual sexual relationship with a former student. They only began the relationship after she had graduated and she had turned 18. His crime was that they had sex 60 days after she graduated and not 90 days. Apparently that's a law in, I'm not sure where, in America though. It's some American city.
How many years in jail?
20.
20 years in jail?
He's been put on immediate suspension. Apparently, they said that they said counselors will be in schools to speak with students. For what? She had graduated. She was an adult. She was his student, sure. But who gives a shit? I mean, my God, either make something illegal or don't. But the guy didn't he did break the law. It's okay. So Super Law Sanity says the student was definitely groomed. Okay, if that's the case, then go after him for that. But if you're going after him like this, they're going after him because it's like, well, the law says it has to be 90 days, and I'm like, for what? What is he waited 60 days versus 90 days, but I mean, I just don't understand. They're going to use this guy as an example. I'm sure he should be the example, not all the people in the Epstein files that actually, fuck kids.
I think I told you the story about my high school. We had a guy who had a sexual relationship with a student. It was in my D&D group that we did after school. He was in the D&D group and she was in the D&D group, right? Yep. She was a junior when I was a senior. I thought it was weird the way they would act during the game. And she would drop her off at the house. And apparently, after they graduated, he went to the mom and was like, I love your daughter. We've been seeing each other for a couple of years now.
Okay, but he was basically a pedophile then.
Oh, yeah, he was a bad guy. And the mom was like, apparently during the meeting, was like, oh, I understand, love is love, blah, blah. He leaves the house and she calls the cops immediately. And that guy gets arrested, I think, for like 12 years. But
Well, that makes sense.
If there is no grooming, and she's 18.
Well, again, then make the law grooming, because I'm like, if you're going after this guy, because people in the chat are saying, well, it exists because there must have been grooming happening, and 90 days suggests that maybe, I mean, it's what a weird arbitrary thing. Like 60 days, he was grooming her when she was in school, but 90 days,
you're fine.
We I mean, the whole thing is a stupid concept.
She had summer break to think about it. That's the difference, Jaffe.
Yeah. It's a little goofy. So I don't fucking know, man. I honestly think it's dumb.
Yeah. I know of a number of people that hit up teachers after they graduated, right? I had a friend in high school who he was proudly bisexual, right? He went on to college, and one of the teachers we had in high school, like, showed up to the college to, like, pick something up. They met, they had coffee, they started fucking. It was like they had an open sexual relationship, like, maybe 5 months after. Is it weird? For me, yeah, a little weird. Was I, like, a 15-year-old in high school and I saw, like, Miss Martinez and I was like, I'd fuck the shit out of Miss Martinez? Of course, obviously.
I had teachers I would have fucked, only one, but
Yeah, but it is kind of, I don't know, it feels gross. Tech, you must get Jaffe's reaction to Steak versus Angel, says P. Kempai. That is something I wanted to talk about.
Let's wrap this story up first, though. Yeah. Super Law says they only came out publicly about the relationship 60 days after graduation. They were likely together privately before. Again, if that's the case, then I understand why you would say this guy broke the law. And again, he did break this law, but it's just like, do we really care? I mean, that's the fucking thing. I mean, we are dealing with all of these other things that are just horrible that are coming to light from the Epstein files. And this guy, who's not a man of means, he doesn't have the lawyers and the billions that these other people do. This guy has the possibility of spending 20 years in prison for basically fucking a girl, unless new evidence comes to light, or a woman that is of age and was out of that power dynamic. And this is the one that we're like, yeah, throw the book at him. I'm like, what are you talking about? Look what's happening, and we're focused on this. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, I guess it suggests, because we can get our heads around this, there's a clear, this is the law, this is the bad guy, he can't get away with it, like, because he doesn't have all the power. And so at least there's a sense of, yay, justice is served, but it's really not. There's so many other things that rise above this of import when it comes to abusing children that, I don't know. The other kids knew. Read things before spitting out bullshit. Shut up, Diego, you fucking moron. What I'm saying is if the other students knew and there was sex going on, then they should be charging him as a pedophile. Right?
Yeah.
If you have facts that the news doesn't, you should let them know, Diego, you condescending twat, that there is evidence. What's that?
Diojo.
Whatever. That there is evidence that other students knew they were fucking before graduation, and in that, there's a different law he should be being charged under. But don't fucking come at me like I'm saying shit that I haven't researched when you honestly don't have all the evidence, you fucking moron. What do you got, Tech?
Well, yesterday, there was a pretty hot take made about a certain host in the LCU. If you look at this screen, in the top left, we have Angel. Angel's a wonderful lady.
Dun, dun. Here's the story. Look at Alice. Who's Alice in the middle? Alice was always like, I got to get in the middle.
That's Sour Power. He hosts LolCow Jester, which is the channel we're watching. As you can see on screen, we have Angel in the top left. She's wonderful. She hosts LolCow Babe with Lisi. She's in the top right. Mm-hmm. We have Tina here and Gidgy. Don't know why. Steak had an interesting take about Angel, right? And I want you to get your reaction from listening to this clip.
Steak is which one? The far right?
The far
middle?
right.
And he had a take on Angel, who's the upper left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's watch. Let me turn it up so we can hear it.
Not affect me. That's how I stand on abortion. It's a human being at conception. You didn't get permission to show those nudes, bro.
Period.
Keep your fat ass behind a different camera. This is ridiculous. It's gross.
Whoa, what are you talking about, Steak?
Yeah, we're missing some context. Do we need it, or is it like
She is showing like sexual pregnancy photos as like her shtick. It is an OnlyFans fetish level on a different fucking level. It's not even allowed on OnlyFans. She's on like some weird whore sites that only nickel whores go
on
to.
OnlyFans, and I take
What is happening
he's
right
literally
now?
upset because I take pictures when I'm pregnant. That's it.
Angel? What has happened to you since you've left our show?
Nothing. I literally take I take pregnancy pictures. Like
can't hear her, Tina.
Wait, she can't.
No, I actually.
Yeah, no, she muted you on her end, but she's the only one that's in.
So, Angel on the top left. She does, adult content online. I think she is 6 or 7 months pregnant.
Right now,
currently. And I think she still takes photos of herself. She has a fan base. She does her own thing. I don't judge that. To each their own. Steak's claim is because the baby in you is a human at conception, you did not get the baby's permission to pose in these nude photos with you.
Well, how would he go about suggesting?
Well, I mean,
she get the baby, the fetus's permission.
Maybe
is he a moron?
Maybe you put a little like note in a bottle up there and get him to like put his handprint.
What do you want the baby to do? The baby's not on camera, you fucking moron. The baby's in her belly now, unless she's got some weird pregnancy going on, like the baby is coming to term outside her body. At which point, I would say that is probably worth filming. That's fascinating, but she's pregnant. It's inside her body. There's nothing to consent.
Yeah.
He's hidden behind a wall of flesh and fat and skin and everything else. What's the problem?
I imagine if you're taking a photo shoot in your home, right? A nude photo shoot, and the room behind you is your kid's room.
That's right. It's pedophile.
It's like, whoa, there's a kid literally through that wall on the other side of of this photo shoot.
It's the most. Now, to be fair, her pregnancy requires the baby to be in the shoot because that's what the fetish fans want. But you know what? Again, bigger fish to fry, buddy. The baby will be fine. If that baby came out of the mom and got adopted immediately, so there was never any history of the baby's not going to be damaged because of that. Now, the baby may be damaged if the mom is a piece of shit or she drinks during pregnancy or whatever.
Yeah.
But shut up. This guy's got bigger problems. Isn't this the guy that quit his show and goes off wandering? Or who's that?
No, that's Scooter.
They're the same.
They look the same.
Jaffe
thinks white people look the same. Hey, Mac, thank you for the gifted LolCow Club membership.
Hey, Mac, talking smack. We appreciate it, buddy. Very, very much. I just like, who cares? Shut up, you fucking moron.
When this was talked about, that chat was blowing up with like, oh, does Steak also think like you shouldn't have sex with your wife like the moment she's pregnant because now you're having a threesome?
Well, because you're fucking the kid.
Yeah. Is that
you're a
like
pedophile if you fuck a pregnant woman?
You've had a couple pregnancies you've been involved with, right? At the moment of conception, you're like, all right, sex is off the table. Is that you? Because I've seen a lot of people in the chat say that.
At the moment of conception, I'm probably still in her.
There you go.
Right? I don't know how fast the sperms swim, and I'm not one of these guys that just pulls it out immediately because most women say, could you slowly extract it? When you're done, if you just like, bloop, you pull out. I've never had a woman go, that feels great. They usually go, oh my God, that's too fast. Slow down, turbo. So
Diogenes in the chat, by the way, is saying, and Tech, you also can't pronounce my name. Don't correct Jaffe if you don't know either. But what matters is that Jaffe understands how easy it is to troll him with every single stream. Thank you, Dog.
What matters is I'm using you for content. There's a lot of people that troll me that I don't mention because I can't do anything with. But if I can point out the stupidity that is you, that makes me look better, makes me feel better about my day, and also fills about a minute and a half of air with something that's somewhat compelling content.
Yeah.
So sit the fuck down, you non-contributing zero, and go
It's-
back to considering the shit burger that is your life. Boom, I got him.
I'm sorry, Diagi. You are a lister, Diagi, so it's okay.
You fucking pedophile.
You list. No, you say lister now. Lister.
Okay. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Just like fetch.
No, it's working.
Okay.
Look, that take was a little wild for me. I think it's totally fine for a woman to do what she wants with her body. I don't think that the baby gives a fuck. And if you're like, oh, what's the baby gonna think? You know, once it's born, like I was in that stomach when her nude body was on camera. Like, is that really a concern? Would you really think that's like up to the future child's decision?
He can't be. I mean, or if he is, let him be. He's just a moron. I mean, what do you want from me? I mean, what an idiot take. I mean, let's put it this way. All it really is I think a lot of men should shut the fuck up when it comes to, you know, even his language. She's a 5-cent whore. It's a 5-cent whore site. Now I'll use the term whore, but I won't use it as it relates to sex workers. But because it's such a misogynistic take on things. It's like, I am the man and I will judge what is acceptable in what I have approved for you to do with your body when it comes to selling your sexuality. It's like, shut the fuck up. What you probably deep down don't like, which you'll never know unless you go to therapy and deal with your misogynistic shit, is that she has the power to make money without a man coming in and saying this is acceptable or not. That's probably what he doesn't like and doesn't know why he doesn't like it. She's making money. Maybe that money's going into a college account for her kids. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but leave her the fuck alone. You know, she's not breaking any fucking laws, motherfucker.
Yeah. I think they also got on her because on LolCow Babe, they have this currently ongoing goal where people can donate to name the baby its middle name. Right? So people have suggested some pretty wild names. I think one is like Fuzz, which is that guy from the Discord that watched wrestling with us and he was drinking. I think another name is like Shadow Simp or something. So the baby's name might be like, you know, blank Shadow Simp, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll really name her child that. But regardless, though, I mean, you know, this is what our culture likes to do. It's like, you know, we shame you if you don't have money. If you make money, but you have to make money the right way that we approve of. Our culture is just like a bunch of busybody neighbors peeking over the fence, looking into your yard, going, "Yeah, I don't know about that. Now, I don't know about that." It's like the arrogance of this kid, Steak, acting like anybody gives a fuck what he thinks she does with her life and her body. Sit the fuck down, child. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And I mean, it's one of the reasons I have contempt for some of these bigger shows, because I'm like, these are the people you're spending money on? These fucking morons? Give me a fucking break. Thank you, Rules. We appreciate it. People are mad because she wanted to set goals for trampoline and eat cat food. Okay, well, jumping on a trampoline when you're pregnant is stupid. She can be a fucking moron. That's a moronic thing. But if it turns out that that's what people are shit talking her for, then game on, because she's a moron. But that's not, you know, you can be mad about that and still not support some bullshit that this State guy is saying.
Angel's in the chat getting one guide, it looks like, because I think someone said she doesn't even consider herself black because she's half black, and I think she has like parts white and Asian and some other stuff. She's like, you don't think I'm black? You're crazy. Angel, if you want to hop in, you can come join the conversation.
I imagine, what is it Obama said back in the day? Because Obama was half black, half white. And he says, well, I'll tell you what, whether you think I'm black or I'm white is kind of irrelevant. When I try to get a cab in New York before I was president, trust me, everybody saw me as black. Right. So, when you're half, if you're dealing with racist people, they'll see the half they don't like.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, my understanding of pregnancy isn't super high. I think technically the only problem with jumping on a trampoline is like the increased risk of falling on your stomach. Right? Is that
whatever? And probably bouncing the baby.
I looked it up, and it looks like technically that's not an issue. There is like the chance of like weakening your pelvic floor, right, due to continuous like bouncing. But I don't think she was gonna do like extreme sports jumping on a trampoline.
Hey, whatever. I'm not gonna get into a goddamn autopsy report level of what might happen because the woman flung off a comment about jumping on a trampoline. I think if you exert yourself like that when you're 7 months pregnant, it's probably not the healthiest thing for the baby.
Yeah, but I think it was one of those mini trampolines, and it was just to make the boobs bounce. Like kind of just like in place. If she was actually going to
do it, I would question, that act. But it's not my baby. I don't fucking know. Mind your own fucking business. God damn. I'm in a cranky mood all of a sudden. I'm just so tired. That steak clip really pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm just so fucking tired of busybodies, especially when when you look at the bigger fish that we have to fry. When you look at these people who are saying, and I hate to make this the Epstein Files show. I mean, I don't have any, insight that you guys don't have on this other than, when I see these Congress people coming out, like last night, it was Nancy Mace coming out, who I can't stand, but she's livid now. What she saw, and I wish one of these fuckers would have the backbone to say, fuck it, I'm just going to start naming the goddamn names. I don't care. But these people apparently go up to the top and they've done things to kids. Can we all just kind of take all this righteous indignation and focus it where it belongs right now? We'll have plenty of time to go after the lady who jumps on a trampoline if we really feel the need to. But right now, if we're going to be a bunch of bitchy, busybody gossips, can we go after the ones that are actually hurting kids? That would be great. That would be great. Shut up, Clinton, you fucking moron.
Do you ever stop ranting? Jaffe, if you had a button you can press and it would expose all the people involved with the Epstein files,
yes,
it would mean that you land yourself in jail for 50 years.
I would push it.
You'd push it? Like no chance of parole. The rest of your life is in jail.
Fine. I told Calvin this the other day. I said, Gen X is at a point where we're young enough that we could do some of these crazy suicide missions and stuff. I've raised kids. I've left behind some good work with teams. I love my children and stuff. And I think they both would understand if I was like, you know what, you can only visit dad every month or maybe never again, but he did this because, it's kind of like, the political equivalent of Bruce Willis in Armageddon, where he just leaves himself behind and dies on the asteroid to save everyone else. I think there is some self-sacrifice needed. And if I had to do that, but I could get all of these people exposed, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah.
Me and your daughter had a similar conversation. She said, 20 years, she'd wait, she'd chill, for 20 years. And I was like, that's a rough time. That's the half your life right now. That would be half your life, right? And at 50 years, she's like, I'd visit you often, but I'd have to do another, I'd have to start my life. And I was like, that's totally fair. But I think 50 years in jail is probably worth it to bring everyone to light. Right.
Yeah. I mean, these mother, and even if it would, think about it, if it would collapse, because that's the excuse they use. They say, oh, well, it would collapse our society with all these people being exposed. It's like, if
bad society.
If we're living if we're benefiting, if our society, if our ability to feel safe and have food and this and that and the other is built on the backs of some of the worst allegations being made, assuming those are true, then maybe we should crash society, because Jesus, so we have to kill little infants and molest little babies and children in order to make sure we all eat well? I don't know. Maybe we should find a better way.
Nick Jonas's diabetes for $2 says, everyone like the stream and send $2 or else. Send us $2. Everyone send us $2. Let's have a great Friday. Fuck it. Let's put me in the fucking graveyard.
Like, well, if I send you $2, it's not a great Friday. Then it's for you guys, maybe. But yeah, no, let's get the money rolling in. Don't be fucking morons. Us common folk cannot do anything about the files, but us bitching on the internet might allow us to say in our favorite internet content. Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying that, when someone like me pushes back and says that this is stupid, don't come at me, because it is stupid. It is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Leave the fucking woman alone who's pregnant with her goddamn baby.
Yeah. Pigeon, $2. Sounds like a revolution is in order. Matt, $2. Thank you so much. Monkey Pong.
Matt.
Good to see you, Monkey Pong.
Hey, Monkey Pong, buddy. Thank you, bud.
You remember Monkey Pong, right?
Oh, I know Monkey Pong, yeah.
Yeah, Monkey Pong. We met him in real life. Cool guy. Angel says, no, Easy does it. I think you're a moron. I am clearly part black, and I have never stated anything else. Like, literally, what a brain dead take. Angel, you can come up and say this on camera.
Told Angel that she doesn't want to come.
She's not listening.
She's afraid of you.
She's a woman.
Because she's a woman and she's afraid of you.
No, me and Angel get along. We're buddies. We're pals.
I don't collapse it all then. I'm with you. And then I love the show. Thank you, Benson. Thank you, Jason. And then that Amber chick, welcome to Band World. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support. Gen X rules. We don't give a flying fuck. Yeah, I agree, man. Thank you for the super chat, Cynthia. Because look, we've lived long enough. We got the juice. And now if we have to sacrifice a little bit, I mean, look, we're one of the last generations to have had it good. You know, if we have to kind of give up a little for our kids and grandkids, now's the time. Fuck these fucking assholes. Fuck these fucking too powerful to fuck this guy. Man, 5 minutes in a room with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't care. I mean, he's probably trained in because he's a Mossad agent, but I would do all I could to what a little piece of shit.
I could take him.
I'm so fucking tired. My anger would allow me to take him.
Oh, Angel apparently will not be coming up because she's in bed with a bonnet on, but she says, I love you. So
KK says, woo woo woo, send money. Don't be morons. What the hell, Jaffe? Because I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. I don't care. I'll die on this hill, as the kids say. If you think these hosts that glaze your ass and then you're like, they like me, here's my money. They like me, here's my money. I'm telling you the truth. If you say something I think is stupid, I'm going to call it out. If I say something you think is stupid, you're going to call it out. That's the kind of relationship I want to have with this audience. I'm not going to fucking placate you and treat you like you're a fucking child just to get your money. I want to get your money because you're like, you know what? They're honest with me over at the goddamn crypt. I don't get that here in the LCU. That's why. So yeah, send all the money you can. We'll take it gratefully, happily. But if you say something stupid, I'm going to fucking tell you it's fucking stupid.
Would you do a special episode this weekend with me, Jaffe, going over the Epstein files?
Special episode of Crypt. The more you know. Hang on. Did we get Swan? Thank you, Swan, for sending a gift membership. We appreciate it very, very much. The Bro That Survived, thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate that very, very much. And Pigeon coming up to the bar, putting your dick on the bar and saying, look at this, it smells like cheese. We appreciate it. Gifted membership very, very much. As well as Band World being joined by Kaysen Basin, Mrs. Hasten. We love you with all of our heart and soul. Thank you, buddy. Welcome to Band World. Now, what's happening?
Would you do a Epstein list stream with us, going over the worst parts of the Epstein list on Saturday?
Sure.
Yeah? If we did it for if we got 100 members, are you down to do that with us?
Who's us?
Me in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
We're already at 10. We're 10% there. It's an easy percentage to do because it's out of 100. We can have a special Fuck Epstein weekend this week. A full stream tomorrow. Just shitting on these listers. I'm telling you.
Shut up, Clinton. Can we ban Clinton? Fuck this guy.
No, I like Clinton. Clinton has some funny takes every so often. I mean, right now they're hating, but I mean, Clinton's usually funny.
I don't really care about Clinton. I'm just kidding.
I'm 49 and I feel like I'm 79 at times, but my 7-year-old kid brings me back to earth. Go figure. Thank you, Janelle Silver.
Yeah. Good.
Did you feel younger having kids? Because I think you've said before.
I don't feel. I again. I imagine most parents feel this way, but I look at my. Go ahead, Tech. Read the money.
I will read the money. Welcome to Band World, Swift Cheese, and Amazing Maisie with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. We're at 16 out of 100 to shit on Epstein for an entire weekend. I've heard you say you've always felt
Swift, welcome, and amazing. Thank you, bud. I have never felt old. I feel 18. I've always felt 18. I mean, since I turned 18. So while there are certainly, I would physically carry my kids around Disneyland when they got tired, and that was, hard. But I look at my own parents and I think I don't maybe my kids look at me the way I looked at my parents, but I would be stunned if Sarah and Calvin look at me and go, "Oh, my dad's this old guy who's just sort of, loving and sweet, but he's just this old guy." Clearly, there are pop culture references that I'm not engaging with them for the most part, but I don't feel like I'm sunsetting or anything. I'm very active in the world and active in pop culture. And so, no, I don't feel old at all. No, but I don't know what they think of. Maybe they think of me as old, like I thought of my parents. I have no idea.
I'll let you know what she thinks of you. But first, Nick Jonas, thank you for the gifted membership again. We are almost there. And Hugh Jazz for $5 says, those who think Epstein took himself out are actually brain damaged. Have a good weekend, everybody. True.
Yeah, huge ass. There was a doctor this week, I think it was this morning, came out and said that he looked at the autopsy and said there's no way that guy had killed himself based on the autopsy photos. And this is but there was also a doctor that came out this week and said that they think, and this has been peer reviewed, that said that Kurt Cobain did not kill himself, and they're trying to reopen that case and say that Kurt Cobain it was a homicide. So who knows?
Your daughter, because I'll take her. We'll go out to work or whatever. We'll leave the house, and we'll pass by your room, and you'll be at your computer. She's like, my dad's like a modern old man. And I was like, what does that mean? It's like, how like old people used to read the newspaper. My dad will just scroll through the news on his what is that thing you look at? It's not ground news. It's it has like all the pop culture news things. What's that news site you use? Dredge Report. That's the one. She's like, my dad will just like read his little news on the computer, and then he like drinks his coffee. He's such a modern old man.
Okay, so she thinks of me as old. That's totally fair.
Well, now she does, but it wasn't until we moved back here, because I would complain like, my dad's old. My dad's a year older than you are, and she's like, my dad's not old, and he's only a year younger than your dad. Like, my dad's still young. He can still go out and do stuff. He can still like.
I still do though.
But now that she's been living here for like almost a year now, by the way, she's like, yeah, he's just an old guy. Because you'll occasionally get your coffee, or you'll smoke your pipe on the balcony with your newspaper.
Oh, I love that. I love
your copy, the physical copy of The Onion, and you'll be like, Sarah, come here. Look, did you realize that 5 elephants escaped from the zoo? And they're talking about the elephant in the... Yeah, look, it's literally right there. It's a physical copy of The Onion. Oh, you're such an old man.
I sit out there in my robe on the rocking chair. Oh, it's a joy. Analog reading is a joy, man.
But I've heard you say before, you still feel the same on the inside as you did walking on stage for graduation in high school.
I do.
That's still the same guy. What's that article there?
Listen to this one. Poor sleep linked to gong. Instruments' loud, resonant crash can be disruptive. Concluding that the cost of keeping such a device in the bedroom far exceeded the benefits, a study released Monday by the University of Chicago Sleep Lab found a strong link between poor sleep and the presence of a gong. Come on now. That's good.
I see some people in the chat saying, I'm 54 and I'm not old. Yeah, but you're not. Jaffe's old. Jaffe's an old guy. But it's okay. Old man talk is what we're doing today. Show the support of the super chats. So we are currently 17 out of 100. We'll do a weekend stream this weekend talking about the Epstein files, the terrible fucking tragedies they are, and we'll shit talk all the politicians that are hiding it. I'll do my research on the entire thing. Visual reading, how dull. Would rather multitask and orally read. Well, that's you. Jeff, you still read books, right? What was the last book that you've been reading? He's walking away. He's going. There goes the man. I've never not seen Jaffe in like jeans or sweatpants. I've never seen him in shorts, by the way. The man has never worn shorts in my presence. I just turned 36 and I would bang Jaffe. Thank you, but but let's be honest. I did not expect to see that as the message coming across. KK, thank you for the 5 gifted LolCow Crib memberships. I think that puts us at 23. Is that right? 23. Yep, there we are. We're almost there. Oh, and but let's be honest, also got a membership. That's good. I'll tell Jaffe about your interest. Jaffe, but let's be honest in the chat said they just turned 36 and they would bang Jaffe. Wow.
Goddamn right you would. Goddamn right.
Goddamn right.
AK, thank you so much for the memberships, buddy. We appreciate that very, very, very much. And then somebody said, did we get Hughes?
Yeah, we read Hughes' message.
And we read Reggie's Metal.
Reggie's Metal says the worst part of getting older is watching your parents age and the gas. Jaffe's not a gassy guy, apparently. I'm more gassy than he is.
You are a gassy fuck. Smoke Elijah, welcome to Band World, buddy. We appreciate it very, very much, my little friend. Now, you asked what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Did you ask me that?
Yeah, I did.
I'm reading 2 books. I'm reading a rom-com book called First Time Caller.
Okay.
Which is about a lady who calls into a talk radio show and she falls in love with the host. And I'm reading this book, which I'm loving, The Adventures of Amini al-Sarafi, which is an action adventure book about a old female pirate that gets pulled back into pirate service in order to save this kidnapped kid. It's high adventure and it's really cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to Band World, Smoke Elijah, and also Dana Beasy with $20. That's a lot of money. Thank you so much.
Dana Beasy, nice and breezy.
Says, good morning to my favorite morning show.
Good morning, Dana Breezy, you old knucklehead McGee. Thank you, buddy, for that great support. We appreciate it. Talk Radio. Oh, Talk Radio, Steve Hillbilly is a great movie with Eric Bogosian. Yeah, that's a great fucking movie. It's depressing, but it's good. Yeah, 76 more members to go. Let's go. You're glad I wasn't in the files. I could never be in the files. I could never do that to a child, man. You know, I just couldn't. I wouldn't want to begin with, but I couldn't. What a horrible, horrible thing to be in those files. I do like romance novels. I don't like romance novels like, you know, all gooey pooey, but I like rom-coms. There's a genre of romance novels that feel like there's a movie called Morning Glory with, I think, what's that woman's name? Who's the girl in the new movie from Sam Raimi that's out?
Not me.
Where she's on an island. It's not Amy Adams, is it? No, it's whatever her name is. I like rom-coms. I don't like romances. So I like that type. Yeah.
Well, in other news, Jaffe, speaking about the Epstein files, did you hear that Kathy Rumler resigned, I think recently, like 2 or 3 days ago, from Goldman Sachs? And this is because of the fact that, you know, their name came up in the Epstein files. So
I don't know who that is, but okay.
I think they are the general counsel on Goldman Sachs. They're one of the like top tier lawyers. But because her name came up, they resigned. So there is some movement, even if the government's not holding them accountable. I think society talking about it, their name appearing on Twitter and their name appearing on TikTok and all this has made people realize you can't just hide from this forever. So Tech only reads Goosebumps, but no hate. That is K-Nubs. I do not read Goosebumps, okay? I am way more nerdy than that. I read Jeff, you've seen the book that I keep on my desk, right?
No,
It's like the 2021 tax law textbook. You know, like it's just interesting for me, like what the regulations are on certain businesses.
We were in the kitchen the other night, and I was making pancakes, and Sarah asked you a question about something. And my God, it was like 30 minutes, and you just kept going on and on. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I love learning.
What did she ask you, though? And I'm like, dude.
Okay, so
that could have been a 1 minute answer, and it just went on. It was like a fucking mini series or some such shit.
Let's get the super chats and then we'll go on to it. Tori says, I'm a house cleaner and sometimes I get paranoid my customers hear y'all. LOL, love y'all. Love y'all, mean it. Thank you.
We love your customers. You should charge them more to play the show.
Yeah, because they hear us. Matt says, Jaffe, why read so many books, not ebook or audio? Jaffe likes physical media. He likes holding it.
Yeah, I like the smell. I like the turn of the page. I like, the sound.
Yeah.
I like the feeling of it. I like that it's portable.
And Jaffe will forget to charge an e-reader and he'll die.
No, I have a Kindle. I don't and I like it, but I don't enjoy it as much as the physical books. There's a tactile aspect to it that adds to the joy of reading.
Yeah.
So,
the question she asked me, right? We were talking about earlier that day the evolution of like animal husbandry, right? Like,
it wasn't that.
No. I'm leading up to it, right? We were talking about when did we start taking care of dogs and cats or like silkworms, right? We went over that topic. And then in the kitchen, you're making pancakes, and she says, what would someone do in like the year 100 if they wanted to eat a fruit or a food that's out of season?
Like a pumpkin.
Yeah, like a pumpkin. If a pumpkin only grows, let's say, towards the wintertime, right, in fall, but you wanted to have one in spring, what do you do?
We don't need the scenario.
Not everyone does, all right, Jaffe, you have to explain it to people. And so I went on like, well, historically, the way that people preserved food in the past was through drying it and then boiling it when it was necessary. We've had jerky as like a staple in our diet for thousands of years.
The point is, we went on and on and on. And all she wanted to know was if you were living in like 100 AD and you wanted a pumpkin and it was the spring, could you just get a pumpkin? That's all the kid wanted to know. That's all. She didn't need a fucking college level class in animal husbandry. She just wanted to fucking know, could you get a pumpkin?
Yeah.
If you wanted it in the springtime.
I went on, do you know what the ice markets in ancient China, Jaffe?
No.
The ancient Chinese used to haul like tons of ice and bring it into like a plaza in town, and they would build like these giant igloos as kind of like a walk-in freezer, right? And they would cover it with these tarps, these animal skins or whatever to like keep the cold inside. And so you could keep food in this little ice box. I say little, but it's as big as a house. It's larger than a house, right? For months, because it would take that long for the ice to melt. Nick Jonas for $5 says, Jaffe, go get a dry herb vape. You can grind the vaped herb and then eat it or put it in brownies and get toasted out of your mind a second time.
I will work on it. I will work on that. By the way, did you get malt? Maddle says same. I don't know what he's talking about, but
same. Thank you, Maddle. Go ahead.
Somebody in the chat was saying, I forgot what her name was. I forgot where it went, but she says she hoards her books and keeps all of her books from college. The only one I kept from college is this one. And the paper is like fucking it's so fucking thin, but it has a poem in here that I just adore. And I've kept it my whole life since college, but college books, man. Now I think all the books in college are probably digital. If you even go to college,
Yeah, most textbooks you had to buy online.
I would love to go to college now for a very different reason than I went before. College, it's like the line in It's a Wonderful Life, youth is wasted on all the wrong people. College is wasted on young people. College is important when you get old enough that you actually love learning. But when I was 18, I wanted to go change the world. I'm like, can I get out of college? And, I was like, I thought I had to go to be a film director, which was stupid. But now I'm like, oh my God, you mean I can wake up and just go to classes where smart people talk to me all day about things I think are cool? Awesome.
Yeah. Isn't there a saying out there? It's like wisdom is wasted on the old and energy is wasted on the youth or something. Like once you get old, you want to do a lot more because you've seen so much. And when you're young, you're like, oh, fuck this, fuck that.
Well, Karma Angel, sorry, in the chat says all my college books were digital. Yeah, no, man. I get it. I mean, it's more convenient, it's cheaper, but I need to highlight stuff and I want to hold it. And, I love bookstores, man. God, I love going to a goddamn bookstore.
You need a bookstore tonight?
Yeah, I'll go to a bookstore. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You always like, Jaffe doesn't go out of the house. I do when it's interesting. If someone says bookstore run, oh, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. I'll be in a car like a dog that's told it's going for a walk. If we're going to a fucking bookstore and then a coffee shop, are you kidding me?
I'm so down to go to. Let's go to like a Barnes and Noble if they still exist. They have like they have a coffee place inside.
They do. We can go there. There's one I know of, relatively close. There's some really cool bookstores downtown that I'd like to go to. But yeah, I'll go to the bookstore. You goddamn right.
I'm down.
You goddamn right.
Whoa! Ashes to Ashes, or should I say, therapist Miss Linda gave us 5 LolCow Crypt memberships. We are 29 out of 100 for the weekend stream.
Come on, boys. That's so nice, Ashes. Thank you so much. The weekend stream would be what? We go through the Did you show them the Epstein files, the Jeffrey email, is called Jmail?
I can pull it up.
Pull that up for them. Yeah, no, a date to a bookstore. Yeah, somebody said Jaffe would be a best date. You have no idea. Yes, I loved when I was married. We would just go to the bookstore and bum around the fucking bookstore. Oh, it was delightful. It was delightful. Oh, reading. I don't mean to over romanticize reading, but reading when it's raining. There's this woman I follow on Instagram who built a little shed in the back. And it's just this total cozy little shed where she goes and reads. And I'm like, I would murder someone to own that. It's like, well, you could build that, Jaffe. I could, but I would have to do work. I don't want to do that.
You're talking about a she shed.
She shed?
Yeah, she shed.
I don't know what that is.
She shed is like a man cave, but women will build sheds in the backyard to escape their houses.
Yeah, my man cave would be very feminine.
Very
It wouldn't be girly, but it would look like a hobbit hole. Like if I could live in a hobbit hole, like Frodo.
Look at this, Jaffe. This right here is jmail.world, a website where someone has taken the emails from Charlie Epstein.
Charlie Epstein? Who the fuck is Charlie Epstein?
Sorry, Jeffrey Epstein. I read Charlie somewhere. And they put it into a format that looks kind of like like a Gmail account, right? So you can see here the last email on record from this site is from a guy named Cody Rudlin. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I don't know who it is. But its subject line is "You are dead." LOL. Good riddance.
Yeah, but this is the actual. This is what his email would look like.
Yeah, these are the emails he got. The hired guns of Instagram, and you can even look up by people, right? So here's emails from Elon Musk. You know, Reed and Joy will meet me in Palm Beach the eve of the 28th, and I will fly them to the island, then to Boston. Have to be in London and California on those dates. Another time of your choosing. Just let me know. Yeah, and you can go through all of them, right? There's a ton of them from Elon Musk. Due to high volume of unsolicited email, my address has changed. Please text or call. Yeah, so you can see these. Do you recognize any of these names, Jaffe? Marsha Butcher. Sure. Do you know that?
Well, no, I don't recognize. I mean, Steve Bannon, of course. Larry Summers, Peter Thiel.
Here's Bill Gates.
Gates, Dershowitz, yeah.
Will it be around the week of the 28th for General Assembly Clinton Week in New York? Please note the information contained in this communication is confidential.
You know, what I find most gross about these people is just these are grown adults and their obsession with socializing. It's like, hey, I'm going to be in New York. Let's get together. Let's do this. It's just like, you ever just want a nice, quiet night at home, Jeffrey? Do you always have to be hobbing and nobbing with people? Like, I don't trust people like that. Just sit at home from time to time. You have a lot of money. Your home is probably really nice. Sit at home, binge a fucking show, read a book. You don't have to be on all the time. That's the first clue that you're probably a fucking creepy pedophile, is you can't be alone with yourself for more than 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, be alone for a little bit. Be with your thoughts. Be with your fucking thoughts. You know, there's a new trend in therapy that, you know, there's a lot of people that are trying to detox from their phones. There was an article, I think, in the Wall Street Journal on this today. And in it, what they're finding is, and I love this, but I've meditated and I've been prepped for this and I enjoy this. But when you first start detoxing from your phone, what they find is people are alone with their thoughts for the first time in a long time. And they're overwhelmed by a lot of the thoughts that they have been suppressing or ignoring and distracting themselves from. And I remember for me, the first time I took the kids to San Francisco and they were in the AT&T Future Shop, which is like where you get to play with tech and all this stuff. And I was waiting in line for the trolley because it was like an hour wait. And I said, I'm not going to touch my phone. I'm just going to be with my mind while I'm waiting in line for the trolley. And it was difficult, but so pleasant. It was like, oh my God, there's all this shit in my head that I don't pay attention to anymore because I'm so distracted by my phone. So I don't know how we got here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Super Lost Sanity, welcome to Band World. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support every single time somebody puts a green up on our screen, what that means is they have made a conscious choice somewhere in their brain, if you believe in it. I think determinism is probably the truth. It was probably preordained, but somewhere in their mind, they have made a conscious choice to say, I like this. I like this content. I like what it brings into my life, and I'm going to show my support with my hard-earned energy, aka ducats. And if you think we don't appreciate it, you're a fucking moron, because we do, because it means a lot.
Thank you, Ruler, for the gifted membership as well.
Yes. Yeah. Chris Hansen did an interview with a girl who went to the island. She could barely go through the whole interview without breaking down. Yeah. Why would you go to the island? Why would you go to the goddamn island? I don't understand it. Have I read any Michael Chabon books? Thank you, Natasha Johnson. My favorite of all is The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. So I know that's kind of a loose, and it won the Pulitzer, I think. That is a loose book about the guys who made Superman, but obviously it's been fictionalized. I hear it's great, but I've never read any of his books, and I will go to my Goodreads after this and put that on my to-read list, because I've always meant to read that book, and I haven't. Yeah, why the fuck would you go to the Epstein Island? I mean, it's like these people who put their kids in Hollywood. Like, I mean, I remember taking my kids to the San Diego State Fair, the Del Mar Fair, whatever. And there was this group, and they approached the kids and said, your kids are so pretty and so beautiful. We put kids in TV shows. Would you like to sign up? And I knew it was a scam. Like, we'll pay you. It's like, And first of all, I'm like, yeah, I'm not, if trust me, I know how it works. I've done casting before. I'm not going to pay you to put my kids. You're going to pay me. Like, I'll pay you 10% if you get them a deal. But other than that, I'm not paying you to I can send them on fucking auditions. But yeah, I wouldn't let my kids be in that industry at that age unless I watch them like a fucking hawk. I would just be like,
yeah, we saw happen to Drake Bell, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would be like, they're not ever going into a room without me. They are not going to a meeting without me. I don't give a fuck about your industry. I don't need them to be famous. I'm their dad. I'm paying for them. I don't need them to be making the living for the family. You fucking creep. If you want to have a transactional relationship and my kid has the look and the talent to perform the role of extra number 4 on Austin and Ally, cool. That's where it ends. Back up, you fuck. I would lay into these little motherfucker. I'm pissed today. I'm pissed.
You're mad.
Poor Drake Bell.
Poor Drake Bell. And also, fuck Bill Gates if what is in the Epstein files is real.
Fuck Bill Gates. I like that his wife threw him under the bus the other day. She's like, well, at this point, dude, you're a fucking creep. You're a fucking creep, you piece of shit. Anyway. I understand.
Did you hear...
Look, Austin and Ally sucked. Okay, it's a kid's show. That's like you're judging Caillou on the quality of its writing. It's Caillou. It's for 4-year-olds. I'm not gonna. Now, was Good Luck Charlie a genuinely good sitcom compared to Austin and Ally? Sure. Was Jesse in between in terms of quality? Austin and Ally, and sure. Was Lemonade Mouth a genuinely good movie where Let It Shine wasn't? Sure. But they're movies for kids, man. It's for the kids, man. Business, man.
Let's get you more upset because we're going to talk Donald Trump.
All right.
Recently, the numbers have been tallied. The analytics have been done. And it turns out... I
have a lot of data about that information about Disney because my kids were watching it all the time. All right, and I watched it with them. We had movie night every Friday night. I loved movie night. It was so much fun. We would make something every Friday night, and then we would watch a movie, and then I would put them to bed, and then we would get up and make pancakes. My sister says this, and I think it's great. She says, I was a better mommy than a mom. I think she's a great mom and a great mommy, but I was a great daddy. We did so many fun things. It was such a joy.
I don't know if you want to get into it. Is your sister the one with the son in the cult?
Yes. No,
okay.
Grandson.
Grandson in the cult. Okay. Your sister has grandkids?
Yeah, she's older. She's like 20 years older. She's from my mom's first marriage. She's my half sister, but she's my sister.
2 Trump things for you, Jaffe. The first one, which I don't think you'll give a fuck about, turns out there's reports surfacing that the Trump administration smuggled over 6,000 Starlinks into Iran to bypass the internet blackout. You remember what's happening in Iran right now, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So
hey, a broken clock is right twice a day. Good for them.
To try and get information out there to show what's happening to the citizens. They wanted to give them access the free
Internet,
world. Yeah. And the other one, the recent analytics have shown, right? They've tallied the numbers about the Trump tariffs from 2025, and it turns out what the liberals have been saying. I'm not always on the side of liberals, but greatly amount of times I am. 90% of the cost increases from the tariffs
passed on to the customer
have been directly affected to the U.S. population and not the importers, right? There was no effect. There was a 10% effect out of all the increase in costs to the people sending stuff into the U.S. Mainly it was American citizens who suffered the brunt of the costs, right? 90%.
Sure. And there's going to come a reckoning, and I hope that the people that didn't vote for Trump are kind of gracious for the people that did. Because end of the day, we all get things wrong, and end of the day, the left never really paid any attention to a lot of the red state people. They mocked them relentlessly, and I'm not saying some of their politics didn't deserve mocking, but as fellow citizens, they didn't. And I do think that we're in this mess because Trump understood that I can make them think I'm for them because no one else is for them. And there's a lot of them. And I hope there's a very small window of, we told you so. Go back to us thinking you're stupid and useless, because then we're going to be right back in the same place that we are today. It's just going to be another swing of the pendulum. So, but yeah, no doubt that the tariffs, anyone just had to listen to a basic economics professor to go, well, I don't know what Trump's talking about because here's how tariffs work. And of course we're going to have to pay for it. And people would say, well, he means his theory was, it was going to get bad enough, but then we were going to start making shit in America again. And it's like, no, we're not.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
We're not, the days of the 50s of the guy going to the factory with the little metal lunchbox and his wife at home keeping house, that is a relic of the 50s. And I'm sorry you long for it, but that is not modern life. And you can't build an economy on the idea that if we make things bad enough, we're going to go back to the good old days. If the good old days were so goddamn good, we wouldn't have left them in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up.
Did you hear Trump pardon some NFL players, some older NFL players? And their crimes include I think perjury and drug trafficking and some other shit. And I think it's about to win favor with sports fans because that's the last demographic you can reach out to after the whole, everything he's done for the past fucking 8 years or whatever. There was one more. I had a Super Friends lunchbox too. You what?
I had a Marvel superhero lunchbox.
I don't know what the fuck you're
talking about. Maisie says she had a Super Friends lunchbox. I'm reading Maisie's.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Here's one because, you were very adamant about the COVID vaccine stuff, right? Everyone should get vaccinated if you're able to.
I don't care if you did or didn't get vaccinated, but I thought it was selfish if you were going to be around people that were vulnerable. But
a recent submission to the FDA, Moderna tried to pass a mRNA-based flu vaccine.
I heard about this, yeah.
Right? And it was denied. And the information on why it was denied hasn't been pushed out yet. No one really knows. But there was all this, crazed conversation about the coronavirus mRNA vaccine being it genetically alters your DNA and it's going to make you brain bleed in 30 years and you're going to be a zombie to the U.S. government, whatever that is. So now it sparks up a new conversation about mRNA vaccines. Are you familiar with the difference between a normal vaccine and an mRNA vaccine?
No.
Do you care to hear the differences?
No.
Oh, well, fuck it, chat. Jaffe doesn't care. So I'm assuming
I
you
care
guys don't
if
either.
you as a host, as a co-host, if you think it's interesting, talk about it.
It's simple.
You asking, think about the question you asked me. You didn't build up anything. Why would I just
nothing has to be built up. The information's right there.
In knowing the difference between a vaccine type. But if you were to have led it by Jaffe, you're not going to believe. Why would I just want to know that?
No, I mean, why wouldn't you want to know that?
Because there's a million things I can choose to spend my processing power on.
Yeah, but we're here now.
And we can talk about anything we want. That's the beauty of the show. Why the fuck do I want to talk?
What do you want to talk about instead of like the difference between vaccinations?
Okay, sure. Let's think about this. Let's talk about any really cool movies coming to streaming this weekend. What are we watching? I love movies. I love TV shows. And I love when a lot of these pop culture sites will be like, here are the 8 best movies to stream this weekend. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that movie. Or, oh, I want to see that. We could talk about that. We could talk about there's a John Wick video game coming out finally. We could talk about the fact that wouldn't it be a tragedy if Keanu Reeves, who's kind of emerged as the only decent man left in Hollywood, ended up being just as bad as all the rest of them. But I don't think so. He's not on the Epstein files. We could talk about that. We could talk about, listen to this. Enoch says, I just watched Iron Lung last night. Now, I didn't know. That's the Markiplier movie.
Yep.
And let me tell you, Calvin was a big Markiplier fan. And when Calvin met Markiplier at Comic-Con and at VidCon, this kid lost his shit. He was just, he was just, he couldn't stay in his body. He was just like, oh my God, it's Markiplier. It was the funniest, cutest little thing. But anyway, I thought Iron Lung was this top-down, boring submarine game. That's not what it is. Now I know what it is, and I bought the game the other day after I heard people talking about it. Do you know what Iron Lung is about? What the synopsis is?
No idea.
America or the world has been, I think it's been flooded, and all humans have been destroyed or something. And I think like the moon is filled with human blood, and they send up a guy in a submarine to figure out what's in the blood or something. And it's this big Cthulian thing and everything. I'm very excited to watch Iron Lung, and I'm excited to play it, but people seem to like it who saw it in the chat. I'd rather die than have my dad air out my Markiplier obsession.
That's fair.
Well, it's not an obsession. He was a little kid at the time. It's not today. He was like, 8, and he was really into his YouTube heroes, and it was really cool. It made me very happy.
Yeah.
That
some of those YouTube guys, they're cool. Markiplier, cool guy.
Markiplier seems like a genuinely good person compared to a lot of these scumbags.
You know who's really shitty? Classic YouTuber.
Who? Boogie?
Fred.
I've met Fred. We met Fred Flugelhorn.
You did meet Fred. And you know who else met Fred?
Sarah. His movie.
My girlfriend, she met Fred. And if you don't know the story, I don't know if she's told you. I think she brought it up to you.
Who Fred is, though. The guy with the voice.
I'm Fred. Hi, I'm Fred.
Those movies are weird, by the way.
They are weird. John Cena in them is crazy. So my girlfriend meets Fred. The guy is kind of an asshole because I guess there's like 20 of these little kids like who got to go on set and like talk to the guy or whatever for like a tour or something. And Sarah,
we went and I took them, my agent set us up, and we went to see his show on Nickelodeon, Marvin Martian. Yeah, and then afterwards we got to go hang out with the cast, and we met Fred Flugelhorn.
Yeah, Sarah said there was a bunch of kids around, right? And she's talking to Fred, and she has a cupcake in her hand, right? Because kids, they carry cupcakes. They go about their business with cupcakes in hand. And Fred had told her, did you know the wrapping to the cupcake is also edible? And your daughter's like, oh, okay, if Fred told me that's edible. So she's eating this paper, and she gets halfway through, and she's like, it doesn't taste edible. And Fred goes, ha ha, I tricked you. You ate a wrapper, and it's not edible. And Sarah's like, what a fucking asshole. Like
No, he was being goofy. He wasn't being mean.
Sarah said she was pissed. She was like, why would someone trick me into eating paper? But yeah, what a dickhead.
He seemed like a nice guy when we met him. And then I remember Calvin got followed on Instagram by Ronnie Rodriguez, who's the girl who played the kid in Austin and Alley that was always getting fired from her job. And that was just like amazing. Who's the bald baby in the babushka? Shout out to Tech, says Posh, the Gorals therapist the bus doesn't deserve. Thank you, Posh Josh. We appreciate your super chat.
Thank you.
But no, he was a nice guy, and at least forward facing. I don't know if he's a real nice guy, but I didn't care.
Made your daughter eat a wrapper. That's fine.
I almost, her first crush was Matt Smith, who played Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor. I think it was the 10th or 11th. And we went to Comic-Con, and my agent was going to hook up a meet and greet. And we just could never get around to it. But it was really cool back in the day when I had a bit of more influence in my video game life, that I was able to do a lot of that stuff with the kids. You know, that was a fun thing to have access to all that stuff. So
yeah. How many times did you go to Disneyland in total? Do you know? Could you ever count that high?
Probably 50 or 60, because we got season passes and we would go almost every weekend at points. I adored Disneyland. The kids, you know, they were kids, so they loved it, you know. But my favorite is I would like take them to school, and I would drive into the lane for drop off, and then I blasted Pirates of the Caribbean or Grim Grinning Ghost, and then I would just keep driving, and they would know, oh shit, it's a surprise Disneyland day. And we would just keep driving, and we would go stay at a place called the Candy Cane Inn next to Disneyland, and we would go to Disneyland for 2 days. And it was, I loved it probably more than they did. It was great.
What do you think currently? Because you went, what, 10 years ago?
I won't go right now. It's too expensive.
I was going to ask you, what do you think the price of a ticket is for tomorrow?
Well, for both parks, for one park, with a fast pass,
one park, no fast pass. The generic
Magic Kingdom for a full day now, and you're not talking food and parking. Just the ticket entry is probably $350.
Well, that you're way overestimating. I thought you were going to give.
Well, I'm counting 3 kids, so or my kids. But okay, an individual ticket is probably $165.
$220 tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a weekend.
If you wanted to take 3 people, you're spending near $700 just to get.
And that's for one park. That's not California Adventure, and that's not parking, and that's not food, and that's I mean, yeah.
Current estimates. So current estimates for a family of 4 for a weekend, that's 2 days to enjoy the park to its fullest extent, is just under $2,000.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy? Because I imagine you were spending $2,000 every time you went.
No. We got season passes, and we would, we would spend a couple $100 after we had the season passes. It was expensive, but affordable. Now, if you want to go, and again, you're not even counting the fact that you really need to pay for the, I forget what they call them now. They're not fast passes. Those used to be free. But if you want to pay so you can actually ride a lot of rides, otherwise you're spending $2,000 and you're lucky to ride like 2 big rides a day. And it's like, it's not worth it, right? So you really have to add an additional $1,000 if you want to go ride the Star Wars ride, you want to ride the new whatever ride.
And then you go to Star Wars, and it's like, well, you can keep your lightsaber, and that costs you $90, right? Oh, you go to the Harry Potter stuff, and it's like, well, that's going to be... Is Harry Potter Disneyland? That's
Universal.
Yeah. Like, oh, you want to keep all the mementos and all that? Apparently, people spend about $1,000 in gift stuff at the parks if they're there for a weekend. I can't imagine buying a cheap, 2004 Honda Civic just to go to Disneyland. Like that's the price. Is I could buy a car.
And there was a point where they did it because it was getting too crowded. So they're like, okay, this is one of the ways we can make it tenable. But the guy who ran parks just got promoted to the CEO of Disney. Yep. So he's now running all of Disney as soon as Bob Iger steps out in a couple of months.
Isn't that the guy? What's his name? The park guy? Because I think he was the one that implemented what is it called? Surge pricing at Disneyland, where
something like that.
Yeah, it made them a ton of fucking money. But I remember, wasn't Disneyland when it originally opened like a 50-cent ticket? It was like $1 or something.
It was meant for the everyman, but it certainly was. It wasn't as cheap as going to, the state fair, but it was affordable, and it's been affordable for most families. Now it really has become something that if you're really wealthy, you do. But most families can't afford Disneyland anymore.
Yeah, this is like a once
every year. They can afford Universal, they can afford Six Flags, but as a vacation destination, it's become just, it's vulgarly expensive at this point.
Lightning Lane. I don't think it's Fast Pass, right? Is it called Lightning Lane?
Lightning Lane you pay for. Fast Pass. So when we went to the last time we went to Six Flags, we paid for what was called a Flash Pass, and that was a paid thing, and that gets you to the front of the line for the most part, which was worth it. But at Disneyland, you used to get like a Fast Pass, and you would wait in line for it, but now you pay for it, and it's
Yeah. By the way, we are 31 out of 100 for our member stream tomorrow. It'll be open to everybody.
Boys.
We're going to talk about Epstein files. We're going to shit on Epstein and all these bad people out there in the world. Join us. We are 31% of the way there. A third, almost.
Yeah. But it's Friday. Fridays are low donation days. People don't spend money on Fridays. Sometimes they do, but they usually say Fridays are bad. But hopefully we'll get some money coming in, and we'll be able, because we're at the bottom of the list. Where are we at right now on the list on LolCow shows? Lower the goal, says Smoke Elijah. Okay, we'll lower it to. No. I mean, Tech set the goals. He don't want to lower it.
It's 100.
So. Okay. You've never been to Disney, Emily? It's good. It's really, really good. But I mean, some people love it. I've always loved it. I love Disney more than the Six Flag parks. I like the dark rides and stuff like that. And no, that's not being racist. It's actually called dark rides. I like going to Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, and stuff like that. So let's see.
We are number 12.
We're number 12.
That keeps us in the A circuit, but we are literally the bottom of the A circuit. There is 12
shows.
Not
at the bottom of the A circuit. Look.
Well, I'm saying there's 12 shows on the A circuit, right? And the way things work is the top 12 shows stay on the A circuit. So if we go down to 13, they're going to be considering us to move, right? Which means our times will change. We won't be able to talk to the same audience. You won't get us here as a morning talk show. Who knows where they put us? But right now we're the bleeding edge of being moved out. Obviously, there's other shows above us. Gay is 8th. Congrats to LolCow Gay. You have Pit at number 5. It's growing. And of course, the top 3 shows are Live, Bus, and Queens. And that's in earnings, right? In members, the reason why we're doing a members thing, I think we're fairly low. Yeah, 13. Well, this says 0. I don't know if this is up to date. But I know the back end of a lot of these shows, we have one of the lowest membership rates in the LCU. We would love to get some new members.
We have the Madhouse problem, and it's really, you should really just call it the Jaffe problem, right? Because I won't do LCU shows. You will, and that's why I said to you yesterday, I'm willing to walk away if you and Grim want to take. I'm not saying I want to walk away.
This is fun.
I know. Let me fucking finish. What I'm saying though is, in this universe, we know what the majority of the audience pay for, and I get it, and if you're if you're running a business, you're going to want to make money, obviously, and in that they like the silly stunts and things, and so that's fuck. I'm not guys. I'm not saying it. I'm not talking like I'm trying to be like, you better fucking donate or I'm leaving. I'm not doing that kind of bit. What I'm saying, I'm just talking about it intellectually. I think it's interesting that we know what works in this universe. I'm just not willing to do it. And that's not necessarily good business for tech. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Yeah. Cynthia Breyer, thank you for the one gifted LolCow Crypt membership.
We appreciate that.
I am planning on doing some members only content in the near future. We're probably going to try and do one members only stream a week. And then additionally, I'm thinking about doing some in the life of videos that we upload to the channel. Just, members only, just so you guys can see a little background of what's going on in the day to day. Maybe some gameplay of Jaffe playing the God of War game, huh? Jaffe, huh?
Nobody cares about that.
Well,
we should watch a movie. We should watch Age of Disclosure.
I don't know what that is.
It's a documentary that came out a couple months ago about sort of UAPs and UFOs and all that. And it's, all this stuff is sort of, all this stuff is, who knows what's a psyop and what's real, but it's interesting, I find stuff like that interesting, but we'll do whatever the fuck you guys want within reason.
I missed 2 members. My bad. Here we go.
Yeah.
A third of the way there. Well, Jaffe. You want to do some LCU stuff?
Yeah, whatever. What do you got?
I'm going to fat camp.
Are we supposed to be watching Shawshank Redemption or something?
Oh yeah, we're doing Shawshank this weekend. So if we hit this members goal, we will do a stream. about 2 hours. We'll talk about the Epstein files, and then afterwards we'll hang out in the Discord and watch Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
So yes, you're going to fat camp.
Going to fat camp. Are you excited?
I don't really care.
You'll have the house to yourself. It'll be so nice.
Are we still going to be doing our show, or we don't know yet? We don't really know what's happening. Because I know last time
we're doing our show,
but there was different schedules last time. So it was But sure, maybe we'll do the show.
Yeah,
but
they'll have a computer set up for the A circuit shows to go live, right? So I'll have a setup there where I can run OBS. We can do A circuit. I'll call in. It'll be just like it is. Plus, I'll have Grim next to me on camera because he'll be there as well.
Great. Yeah. No, I think go have fun, be safe. I mean, yeah.
Will you watch
Why
my dog while I'm gone?
Why are you excited to go to fat camp? What are you excited about?
It'll be fun. It's like spring
why
break.
Do you think it'll be fun? What do you think is going to happen?
Look, there's a number of personalities that are atypical that are going there, and I find those type of people to be interesting. You get a unique level of conversation that probably wouldn't happen on stream with these people. Plus, I like to socialize. I like the idea of getting to know someone and hearing their story. And, there's probably going to be alcohol there. And, Easy does this right. There's probably going to be 2,000 bottles of baby oil. So, it'll be a fun time. But while I'm gone, Jaffe, will you watch my dog? Will you take him out?
Oh, my baby. Of course. He's my dog at this point.
Yeah,
he loves me more.
He does like you. You'll start talking on stream, and he'll come check to see what you're up to.
Well, where is he? Is he on the couch or he's with Sarah?
He's sleeping in bed with Sarah.
Where's my dog?
He's a lazy dog until like fucking 10 a.m.
He's the baby. He's the baby. But yeah, I mean, go have fun. I whatever. I do like the fact Keemstar seems open to us doing another live event. So there is a really cool thing we could do if we raise the money for it, which is I'll show it to you. It's in Anaheim. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Or we could do an IRL Disneyland. You've never been to Disney. You wouldn't like it though because you have to walk around.
I've been to Disney twice.
But
once when I was like 9, another time when I was like 13.
Would you get one of those scooters? If you got one of those scooters, we could jump to the head of everyone.
I can walk around, Jaffe.
You can. You got a mini fridge because you can't walk 10 feet to a real refrigerator.
It's the getting up that kind of sucks. It's from a seated position or from a laying down position if my back gets a little fucked up. But if I'm walking around, I'm fine.
Put up a poll, Tech. Would the chat rather us go to do an IRL Disneyland stream, or would they rather us do a better actual haunted stream with Starlink so we could actually, make sure it works this time? But see, Disneyland, we could take them on all the rides and we could do all that shit and, be high. I got really high at Halloween Horror Nights, man. That was something. That was a lot of fun to be high at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Yeah.
Are fans going to be able to show up? But we can't really control whether you go to Disneyland or not.
Yeah.
We don't
We're
have
not gonna
that
be at
kind
the
of
gates.
power,
Yeah, be like, "Are you here for Jaffe and Tech?" Sorry, not allowed. Like, it's not happening. Super Lost Sanity upgraded to Cash Cow. That means they can join us in the Discord. Thank you, Super Lost Sanity.
We appreciate that very much. We'll see you this weekend, maybe. We are UFO hunting. Yeah, UFO hunting would be great. Tons
of UFOs in San Diego.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of military stuff going on. Disney's hard to stream. H3 did a video on demand. They have strict rules about streaming. You're going to have audio issues. Oh, okay. Well, then we'll do the haunted one. There is a really cool haunted place we could stay that is guaranteed good content. Whereas before, what we fucked up with before, there were a lot of things we fucked up with, but we were trying to give you an authentic haunted ghost hunting experience. So we didn't fake anything. We actually went to places that were meant to be haunted or said to be haunted, and inevitably nothing happened. Even when the streaming was working. But now we wouldn't fake anything, but we would create scenarios that are more entertaining from the get-go, whether the ghosts show up or not. Yeah, Jaffe goes to the bookstore IRL. I do that every day.
There you go.
You goddamn right. Why did I come across a live stream of David Jaffe 69 on Chatter? Is Chatterbait still a thing? I know the kid.
Don't know.
The kids used to go on Omegle, and I got really upset with them. I'm like, do not go on Omegle. They were like, 14. I'm like, what are you guys doing? But I've only gone on every now and then when they would say, Dad, come in here. This guy wants to talk to you because you worked on God of War. But I've never had an account or anything.
Yeah.
But is Chatterbait is like Omegle, basically?
I've never been on Chatterbait, so I don't know. I know Omegle is no longer a thing. I think the guy who ran it took it down, and now there's a site called like Monkey or something.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. But it looks like Haunted Location's winning. I'm down to do a Haunted Location live stream IRL. We would probably do it for April. Does that sound about right? We have to fundraise for like most of March to do so. Because if we're getting Starlink, we have to get the Starlink roaming package. We have to get the additional camera stuff set up. It'd take a little bit of investment from us, but if the fans want to see it, I'm sure they'll support to see that IRL content. Do IRL at a small con. That's always been an idea. That would be a ton of fun. What about a Vegas trip? I'm from Vegas. I used to be there, full time. So I would be down for a Vegas trip if Jaffe's down. Ooh, we could do
I'm gonna share,
Vegas, Jaffe.
I love Vegas.
We can go and not gamble, but eat a ton of good food.
But you can't really can you stream? You can't stream from the casinos, can you?
You can walk through the floor. I don't. Your
Yes,
service.
you can. I don't think you can, but we could go bet for people. Like we'd be in our room and it's like, okay, we're taking bets. Okay, Amazing Maisie wants to put $10 on red. Okay, we'll go down and we'll see if we can make them money.
Share your screen. Polly D says, Tech, personally, from your opinion, who would be better content at Fat Camp, Steak or your mama?
Steak.
I think
your mama would be great for commenting on.
I think your mama might be better content on stream, but in terms of like crazy shit happening at Fat Camp, Steak's gonna make it an experience. What is this, Jaffe?
This is the haunted Airbnb in Anaheim, right? So it's you'd have the set, and we would stay there, and we would have haunted events that we would bring in we would do a seance there. They have a seance room. We would do ghost hunting and stuff. But even if we would prepare entertainment, even if nothing happens, right? Whereas before we were counting on the entertainment being something would have to happen. And since ghosts are probably, at least in that context, not real, it was kind of not going to work for us, right? So this would be a place that we could, get like 5 or 6 or 7 people, stay in the haunted hotel in this version of it, do a weekend of content, and also have a cool set to do it in. So this would be something I think we would do.
We can get Yo Mama to come to this because he lives near Anaheim.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we could do a dual stream on the weekend.
Yeah, stream from here, have a seance here, smoke weed here, and watch horror movies with the people in the Discord. Have a haunted experience, have a scary experience. It'd be fun.
There you go.
So,
are we sharing that bed, Jaffe, or is that?
No.
Off limits.
Off limits. Leave me alone, you weirdo.
I can play that harp in the corner.
That's right. So something to think about. Perry says I'd watch that over any of the fat camp garbage. So, something to think about if we want to do this. We'll kick it around over the weekend. It is a really cool location. The other really cool location I'd love to stay in is the Hobbit House in San Diego, but unfortunately it has no AC or no heating. So if you look at it, it's let's see, Hobbit House Airbnb San Diego. This is awesome, but apparently it's not pleasant unless the weather is perfect. But look at this. Can you imagine? Oh, I would just love to go there and stay for a week and read. Oh, look at the little chairs. Nice. Yeah. It's awesome.
a couple contenders for the IRL stream. That's for sure.
What? Look at that. Ah, you got to poop outside.
Could you poop outside?
Again? Sure, why not?
Oh well, fuck
that
it.
door. That was a big door. So anyway, yeah.
Stop sharing screen.
Yeah.
We're at 34 members. We could be at 100. If someone drops a 50 gifted members, I will go over there and I will give Jaffe a wedgie or something, chat. 50 gifted gets Jaffe a wedgie.
No,
that's not true.
Doesn't.
I'm not. But we would love it if you have 50 memberships to give. Shout out you in particular. You know, we got a crown, and I haven't gone back to verify if it was a real crown.
Why wouldn't it be a real crown? What else would it be?
Well, sometimes people will fuck the system, and it won't be a real crown. Let me see if I can find out what day that was, because that is,
well, whatever. Nobody cares about that now. Let's talk about something else.
I care about
the Cecil Hotel. Well, the problem with the Cecil Hotel, which has gotten a makeover, but the Cecil Hotel is where that girl was found inside the vat, the water tower. There's some weird surveillance footage and stuff before she died. But the problem with it is that it's right on Skid Row. It's real dangerous. The area is dangerous.
Skid Row's not that bad.
Okay, well, you can go there.
I used to stay when I had to go to LA for work. I used to stay by Skid Row at the DoubleTree near Little Tokyo.
Little Tokyo is not in Skid Row.
Skid Row and Little Tokyo are like right next to each other.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stay at the Cecil because of that, but otherwise I would but I mean, again, I don't really believe in ghosts. I believe that consciousness may survive the physical body, and maybe there is some way to commune with that stuff. But, the idea of ghosts, though, like the hotel being haunted, I mean, we literally stayed in what was the most haunted hotel according to all these ghost hunters. And it was nothing. I mean, there was no weird feeling. There was no chills. It was just a room. And it was a waste of time. So, I'd rather stay in a cool looking place like that haunted hotel that I was showing you guys. It's not the definition of ghost, Lucky Tiger. No, I mean, consciousness surviving the physical realm, that may be the case, but I don't think the closest we have to any kind of even maybe replicable, repeatable scenarios is more like DMT and stuff, where people have been seeing the same kind of entities for well before the 60s, like 10,000 years of, but the idea of ghosts themselves, like they're hanging around and haunting places. I don't think there's any evidence of that. What?
I have sad news.
What?
The crown probably wasn't real.
Oh, it sucks.
I'm looking at the revenue that came from memberships for that day, and it's like $30. We had some gifted memberships, so I don't think.
Whatever.
Oh, whatever, dude. That's fucked. That's $500 we were expecting, and it's
consciousness surviving is totally made up, but it's not though. I mean, there are studies that talk about at a quantum level, the microtubules in the brain store, and this is a theoretical physicist. I think his name is Roger Penrose. And he has talked about that. And as
Jaffe,
more scientists,
hold on. The chat wants to know who the fuck is the person who gave us the fake crown. There was someone going around the universe. No one cares. No one cares. The chat's going out about this. The person's name was like Southern, right? They pay pig to Cafe that same day. They became a crown on our channel. They pay pig to Cash. They were going out giving memberships to a ton of these, other shows. But yeah, we got it. It looks like we only made $30 in memberships on that stream, so it's just not real, and that sucks. Okay. Yeah, people say we actually care. Taser says, I feel like I'm high listening to this. A welcome feeling as a slave away at work. I enjoy Jaffe's thoughts. We'll get back to Jaffe's thoughts. I'm sorry, but it's
Taser. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that generous super chat, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
For those that were wondering, yeah, It happens. We got fucked up.
Yep. The universe got hit hard by that guy, says Dark Fortune. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. I don't think there's any evidence. We can't say, yes, consciousness does survive, but I think more and more there are theoretical physics and quantum physics studies that suggest it's becoming more possible that we could have some evidence of that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people think what they're saying is people who want to believe that consciousness survives is because they're afraid of nothingness. I'm not afraid of nothingness. I mean, I would prefer there to be something because I'd love to see my parents again. I'd love to have an answer as to what the fuck is going on. But if there's just nothing, I won't be bothered by it. I've been under anesthesia before, even though anesthesia, by the way, isn't nothing. People used to think it was, including me, but they've done studies. The brain is still active. But if it turns out that there's nothing, okay. It's like Roger Ebert said. He's like, I imagine they said, are you afraid of dying? And he said, no, because I don't recall having a problem before I was born.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be okay, but who knows?
Matt for $2 says, fuck off tech. Jaffe keeps speaking on Roger Penrose. Yeah. Vincent Van Gool says, were his gifteds real? I don't think so. They gifted, I think, like 100 memberships to Bus. I don't think those weren't real either.
The show needs to be good. And I understand it's disappointing. You were excited. We were all excited. It was nice to get that kind of support. But here's the deal. The show needs to be good enough that 1 crown is meaningless. It's not meaningless. We appreciate it. But, if the show's not good enough to generate 10 crowns in 2 weeks, there's a bigger problem. And right now the show's not good enough to generate 10 crowns in 2 weeks, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like if
desperate for 1 crown, I mean, it's
not being desperate for 1 crown. It's like this is my only source of income, right? You have other streams and stuff that you do.
I get it. But that's what I'm saying though, is that, all that should do is make us work harder and make us go, how do we actually get real people who want to spend $500? What can we do to offer them that? Because clearly we haven't, right? We haven't given them that incentive.
Yeah. Well, our incentive for the Epstein video, the stream tomorrow, we're not making it, I don't think. We're at 34 out of 100. So we're not making that one. And yeah, the crown's gone. I'll let the other hosts know that we're affected. It's because it's fucked up. I'm not the only person in the LCU that this is like their income, right? This is their source of money. So, there's other hosts out there that are going to be affected by what happened.
Shut up, Dark Fortune, you dumb fucking twat. I totally get it. I absolutely get it. But, I mean, it's, the show's either good. I don't know. It's the proof is in the pudding. Is Jaffe going to be streaming on Crypt in March? My understanding is we are still doing Crypt at the normal time. And
normal
it'll
time
be Grim.
Should be regular.
Back out Texas, and I'll be here.
A pay pig, by the way, for Dark Fortune who asked, if I pay pig, how much members would that be? It's $5 per, right? So that's 20 members. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think that's the math. That'd be
pay
20
pig's
members.
$100.
Yeah.
Yes, 20 members. Yeah. Remember King Scott's excuse was to give every show a crown, but Becky's to annoy her. Hey, here's a small donor to make up for the fake crown. I'll pay it forward for my gifted. Thank you, buddy. Well, thank you for being a member, Janelle Silver. We appreciate it very, very much. Jaffe's old enough to know shit happens. That's life. Keep it moving. Keep working. Yeah, I mean, look, I think the bigger thing is like, why are we not getting the kind of donos the other shows get? We know we're not going to play in the mud with those guys. But the question is, can we offer something that's financially as valuable to people, but still on brand for us? And I don't know what that is, but we should think maybe that's our job this weekend, is to think about that.
Yeah.
Janelle Silver, thank you for the LolCow membership. We appreciate it very, very much, Janelle. Look at that. Maddie, Maddie, I don't know how to say it. Matt.
It's Matt.
Matt. Thank you, Matt. Love you guys. Don't stop. Keep going. Please. Everyone needs the support. We appreciate that. Super chat from Australia.
That's Australia, yeah.
Did you know Olivia Newton-John? Because you're in Australia. I loved her. She was my first crush. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
We
you, guys.
appreciate it very much. That's a huge amount of money. Thanks, bud. Thanks for the support.
Hit the goal, but
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Chad, just so we're on the same page, I the report that I got from the YouTube.
Matt for a while. Matt just gave $100.
Thank you, Matt.
That's a lot of money.
It is good.
He's probably not feeding his baby this weekend,
or
because he's made that
trampoline,
choice. Or jumping on a trampoline. Thank you, Matt. Although you were telling me about how rich some of the people were here. I'm not going to name names, but you were telling me what some of these people did. And I'm like, holy shit. Some people drop money. You told me some people have multiple accounts because they have so much money they want to spend here.
Yeah, there's a famous one on LolCow Live everyone knows about, Nail Slammer. Nail Slammer has a good job, you know. He's a good boy.
Thanks, my little butterball.
He'll donate like $1,000 on a stream on like 2 accounts. It happens. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for the support. Our top donator right now is Matt. Thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
You goddamn right.
God, I'm so flabbergasted. Taser, 5 gifted Crib memberships. Thank you so much. Putting a dent in that fucking crown we got cheated out of. And again, I'm going off of what the report is on the YouTube, saying that we did not make the money off of that membership, but it could be different. I'm gonna message Ahmad on the Discord to verify what's going on, but so far
it's also a great deal of money from Taser. I mean, maybe the reason they don't donate is you got to stop and think about it. $25 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, Taser. Thank you so much for that. That's not small potatoes, man. Thank you so much for being that generous and supporting our show. Thank you, Nick Jonas Diabetes, for the name. I always laugh at the name. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that very, very, very much. Yeah. Somebody wants uppies. Natalie wants uppies. You got to charging for uppies. Don't give them uppies for free.
We're doing uppies for free for today. We're doing uppies for free. Right, I injure myself up too. I'm a little downtrodden because of it. Thank you, chat. I appreciate the support.
So are we doing anything this weekend or not? Then we're doing Shawshank. Hey, Amazing Maisie, thank you, buddy.
We're halfway
Amazing Maisie in the Plazy, sitting there all silly and hazy. We appreciate it, Amazing Maisie. That is a lot of support thrown our way, and we appreciate that very much. 5 LolCow memberships have been gifted by the most amazing Maisie there is. Thank you for that. And then Full Metal, welcome to Band World. It's great to have you here. We appreciate that as well. Amazing Maisie thinks she's crazy, but the truth is she's just real lazy. She woke up today in a bit of a hazy because between her legs there was a daisy. A daisy.
There you go.
That's the new Dr. Seuss book called Amazing Maisie Goes to Town.
We have 3 minutes left. About 2 minutes actually now. We have to redirect to LolCow Cash. The thumbnail is, I think it's just Melcifer. Melcifer has a stream going up that says, it's my show now. That show has had a lot of people upset because of the constant changing of hosts. They had Denmark, he left. Scooter, he left. It's crazy. Taser says, come on, y'all. Don't let me and Matt carry. True. We could get 50 gifted members right now. That could happen.
Hey, Tree Like Jedi. What a strange, interesting name. Tree Like Jedi. Thank you for the £5. Can't give much, but this is my favorite show. Sorry about the Crown Boys. No worries. And give what you can, if anything, or if nothing. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, Tree Like Jedi. And thank you for that awesome name. And then the world's best pedophile. And by that, I mean, I don't even know what I mean by that. Like, are they the best at doing it? I don't know. But here's Mazer coming in hot with 10 LolCow gift memberships. Thanks, you pedophile fuck. We appreciate it very much. That's a lot of money. That's 50 ducats coming into the till.
Mazer, thank you
fucking much, Mazer. That is a great deal of support, you little diddler.
Do you think we'll make it, Jaffe? You think we'll make it to the 50?
Where are we at now?
We need 39 left.
Courage! Look, if you guys don't donate, we'll kill the dog.
No, I'm not killing the dog.
Kill that fucking dog.
I love this dog.
Seriously, Mazer, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. And then we got Eddie Garcia rolling up behind with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much.
Can we do it before the end of the stream? We have 2 minutes left.
How many
Jaffe.
left do we have?
34. No, we have 29 left because Khan just dropped another 5.
And that Khan, thank you so much, Khan. And then Cheater Stoned. Chester Stone dropped 10.
Chester Stone! Oh my gosh, we might make it. We have 60 seconds.
And then Matt dropped another 10.
I think we're making it, 91.
No, I don't know, but Khan, thank you so much. Chester.
9 left, everybody, and I have 30 seconds. 30 seconds, we have to send this over to Cash.
So much. Matt, I don't know why I keep saying
Wow! Jaffe!
Monkey Pong, thank you, Monkey Pong. We're 8 away. We're 8 away. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it?
8 away? Is that right? No, I think
don't
we're.
know. Don't ask me to do the math.
No, we're 3 away. There's 3 away. 3 away. I have two left, and we have to send over to Cash.
Super Lost Sanity. We got Monkey Pong coming in, and now we got Super Lost Sanity with the gifted. Holy shit! What are we 2 away now?
We're 2 away. I have to send it over in 10 seconds. 1 left, Con. Con's coming in with the membership.
Let's go. We can do it. We can. Yeah. Boom. Brazier.
We hit the goal.
Cynthia. God, my eyes are bad. Cynthia, somebody. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Cynthia. That is incredibly generous and kind, Cynthia. Thank you, buddy. Chilled Milk coming in, backing up with the caboose. Thank you, Chilled Milk. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much, Ben. And thank you, Pigeons. Did we make it? We made it, right?
We made it. And someone got Yo Mama a gifted membership. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Thank you, chat. Tomorrow we'll have an Epstein stream ready to go for you guys. And then afterwards in the Discord, if you're a cash cow, join us to watch Shawshank Redemption. It's going to be a fun time.
Make sure you get us on the schedule, though, Tech, so we can stream.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. Woo!
You guys, thank you for all of the... Oh, yeah, graveyard camping tonight, Tech?
Wait, is that tonight?
I don't know. Did you say if we got 100, you would sleep in the graveyard?
I don't remember. I'll watch the stream back. Someone keep me accountable.
We'll let you know. Thank you guys very much for your generosity, you guys. Seriously, all of you guys. That's really, really sweet and kind. We appreciate the support for the show. We need it, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Love you so much. As always, good morning, good
Alphabet
afternoon, good evening.
Army General says, yes, you did. So he said tonight. So
okay, someone send me the clip. I'll do it if I said so. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, good everything. That was LolCow.
Look how happy he gets. I'm
so excited.
Wine.
Well, then I can afford to fix the car. The car has some issues going on. Love you guys so much for sending LolCow Cash. Tell us where we said hi. Send the little finger things in the cash chat. Thank you for the help today.
If we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you Monday, hopefully here at 7
we'll see them tomorrow. We'll do the weekend stream.
Well,
bye, everybody. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.